package officially from Samsung using Odin on your Samsung Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus. Now this will pretty much work for any modern Samsung device. I would say probably somewhere after the Note 4, as I think some of the layouts for the factory firmwares are a little bit different for older versions, but nonetheless, let's get started. So this is probably useful if you want to go back to stock or change your phone to another, I guess, a region with some certain carrier customizations. So yeah, you can definitely choose which firmware to flash, just as long as it matches your model number, I'm pretty sure, and that should be it. And also, you may need an unlocked bootloader to do this, especially if you have a lockdown phone, that you may only be able to flash the current firmware or future firmwares, but not downgrade if you have a locked bootloader. So keep that in mind as well. I'm not too sure about that, as I've just got back into the Samsung scene, if you will call it that. So yeah, today I'll be showing you how to do that on the Galaxy S8. I mean, it's pretty much the same for anything else as well. So we'll head over to our computer and we'll download a few things to get started. So first off, we'll need this version of Odin. I don't think it really matters which one, but the latest one will probably help. But as it is, it's leaked software pretty much. So the ones provided on this website pretty much is where I got mine from and is recommended from an XDA thread, so I might as well. So you can download the latest version of Odin over here. The one is 3.12.3, and this could change in the future, so keep an eye on that. What else you'll need is the mobile phone's drivers for the download mode, pretty much driver. So you want to download that as well. Next up, you want to download the stock firmware for your S8 or whichever Samsung device you have. So I put in our model number here, so it's SMG955F. That is mine. So please select the one that is your model number, and to check your model number you can actually go on your phone and have a look, or you can even reboot into download mode and have a look, or you can look on the box of your phone, although that might not be accurate, and nor is it accurate on your phone when you go into settings, about device and all that. So be careful what you look for. Just make sure you know you haven't tampered with your model number, and then you can download the right one. So you can also filter by region, which is something I might do. This mine is with Vodafone Australia, and we'll do a search here, and you can download the latest version or the latest firmware here. So you just click on it, and then you should be able to download it using this yellow button here. So that is great, and this also offers you how to install this, but this will be a video format, and hopefully it's the same thing. So once you've got everything downloaded, which should be only really three things, we've got our drivers, we have Odin, and we have our stock firmware. So pretty much what we need to do first is make sure you have your phone unplugged. So don't plug your phone in yet with a USB, just leave it unplugged for the moment, and then we're going to install the USB drivers. Now you only have to do this once off pretty much, and it should configure itself automatically once your phone is inside or in download mode. So you can see I've already installed it. I'll just hit yes. You won't see this if you're starting from scratch, I suppose. Pretty much you need to hit next, 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 and just wait for this to finish. Okay, so we're finished here. We're going to click finish, and then we're going to open up the Odin zip file here. Now from here we'll just extract the folder like that, just to keep it easy. And also we're going to open up our factory image, well, our stock firmware. And you can see we have these kind of coded, well, these different files, these MD5 files. Really they're tar files, but they do have an MD5 attached to it. So here we have our AP, BL, CP, CSC, and home_CSC. So you'll probably want to extract all of those just out somewhere, and this might take a while because this looks like it's supposed to be 5.3 gigs. So I'm going to fast forward this, although it should only take about 30 seconds on my computer at least. We'll go on and go ahead with this. So I'll just fast forward this, and next up we'll open up Odin and have a look. Alrighty, so we've got everything copied or extracted out of that, and you'll see how this corresponds to the fields or things that Odin can flash. So we're going to open up our Odin executable here. You don't need to run it as an administrator, and if you look at the options, you want to leave all this. Don't go about changing this. And for pit, don't worry about that. So you can put it back on the log, and you can see that we have our BL, AP, CP, and CSC, well, our options here. So you can see that we have our old models, usually have one binary, which is just the the home, so that goes to the AP, but then our new ones actually need a couple of these. So if we just kind of go side by side and just have a quick look at what we need, we can pretty much associate these things here with pretty much these certain fields in Odin that we need to fill out. So pretty much we'll start off with the BL, which is just the bootloader, I suppose. I'm a little bit guessing here, so we're going to go to the same place where we extracted these files, and basically we're going to select the one that corresponds with BL. So I'm going to open that. Cool, that's fine. You can see our file has been added to the list here. Next up, we're going to hit AP, and this is where a bulk of our things go. And you can kind of see how the home CSC and the CSC here are pretty much the same, or same file sizes. So I'm guessing you can just choose either one, but here it looks like it says we should be using the home_CSC, so we'll be using that one instead. So wait for this AP to verify its MD5 because it is about 5 gigs here. So we're going to wait for Odin to respond to us. So if it says, do you want to terminate this process? Don't do that, just leave it. And pretty much we can wait for this to verify the MD5. Now if your computer isn't particularly good or fast, I guess you might be here for a little while like I am. So I'll just fast forward this until the AP finishes verifying the MD5. So just wait for this to finish. It shouldn't take that long. Alrighty, so you can see our AP here has finished adding itself. We're going to add the CP next and just locate our CP file, and that shouldn't take too long. And last but not least, our CSC, and we're going to be choosing our home_CSC file rather than just our CSC as described by the instructions over here. And usually that is about it. Now we can go over to our device and prepare itself for using, or to be used with Odin. So we're going to put it in download mode pretty much. So here's our phone. It's a little out of whack, but that's fine. Basically, I would recommend that you back up everything before you do this, but if you can't back up, then ignore what I said just then. But yeah, if you plan on saving anything from your phone, please back it up off your internal storage. I think the external storage should be fine in case you want to leave things there, but I'd make a backup of that stuff too, or take out the SD card when doing this, because sometimes you will need to do a factory reset, and you will lose all of your internal storage stuff. So we're going to hit power off here, and what we're going to do is hold a button combination to get our phone into download mode, which of course is power, Bixby, and volume down. So it's this one, the Bixby button and volume down at the same time. So if I do that like so, you can let go pretty much when the phone screen turns on. You can see that was pretty quick. From here we need to press, let's see, a volume up. Basically we're going to plug in our USB cable here. Okay, I'll just set that down real nice. We're going to go back to our computer here, and you can see our phone is just in the download screen. Nothing too big here. So over here we should eventually detect our phone under one of the COM files here, or we might need to restart Odin and do these things again. Otherwise we'll just double check that our phone is actually connected here properly. Sometimes it doesn't appear in Device Manager, or appears in a weird kind of place, mainly like one of the communication ports, but we'll see. Let's just replug our device, because you are supposed to see it underneath one of these squares. Okay, a quick replug pretty much fixed that up. I'm not sure where you can actually find it here. It's quite interesting. It might be this, and you can see we're on COM4, and that is the same. So yeah, it is the Samsung Mobile USB modem. So yeah, we can close that, that's fine. So our device is connected properly. You can see COM4 over here. Sorry I can't make this that big so you can see it all, but yeah, make sure all these are checked. Make sure you got this correct files here. You can drag it to the end and make sure everything matches, like the BL, the AP, CP, and home_CSC. Make sure that is right. And once you're good with that, hit the start button, and it will start flashing the files to your phone. So this will replace everything with the kind of factory firmwares, system images, and all that. You can see the progress bar move on your phone here as well. And basically you got to wait for this. Now, since the system part looks like it's going to take a while, I'd roughly guess about 2 to 3 minutes on this. But it does seem to be going along quite well, so we'll just wait for this. And after that, our phone should automatically reboot itself into the system, and that is when either you'll see your phone kind of get stuck in a boot loop with the Samsung logo. And now if that does happen and you've waited a solid amount of time, you can actually go, you'll need to do an extra step. We'll need to do a factory reset in our stock recovery, or you could do that straight away after this, but I'll let it boot up anyway, just so you can kind of see what's going on. I'd give it around 20 minutes, like maximum, because these phones usually are pretty good, but if you're feeling a little bit generous, maybe wait an hour if you want to. But if you're kind of in a hurry, I'd just recommend you to do a factory reset of your phone. Now note, this will fully erase everything and will probably, re-encrypt your device as well. So if you do plan on rooting again in the future, you will need to at least maybe do a data wipe, like we did have to do with the S8 originally. So here we're done, reset, and it only took about a minute. So I do take that back, it didn't take that long. So you can see right here, I'm just going to switch to the full screen thing. So yeah, just wait for it to turn on. And if it gets stuck here at this screen with the LED light and the Samsung logo here for more than 20 minutes, I'd probably venture out and do another factory reset. What you need to do here is actually, I'll unplug the USB, and what you want to do is hold the, let me just regrip this, hold the volume down button, power button, and Bixby button at the same time for roughly about 5 to 10 seconds, and as soon as your phone turns black, turns off, what you want to do is switch over to holding the volume up button instead of the volume down button. So then you'll be holding volume up, power, and Bixby at the same time, and then once you're doing that, you should be able to reboot yourself back into the recovery mode, and from there you'll be able to do a factory reset from there. Now once you get to this screen, past the animations and all that, you'll get to a no command screen. From there you want to hold the power button and press volume up once, and once you're in, you can let go of the buttons, and so don't hold them for too long, otherwise your phone will turn off. And from there you'll use the volume buttons and power buttons to navigate and select respectively, and from there go down to wipe data or factory reset and click on that, and then click on yes, and then after that, once it's done wiping, pretty much it will take you back to the main menu, and then press on reboot device now, and after that you should let your device turn on or go through its booting sequence, and it should turn on properly this time. So that's about it. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.